Good people of YouTube, my name is Spanner and welcome back to another episode of Broken Sword 2. The smoking mirror. Still have no idea why the mirror is smoking, but in the last episode we found some very interesting scratch marks here. And this kinda looks like a hidden door, so let's check it out.
There was an arc-shaped scratch on the floor, as if a door had been opened in the nearby wall.
Well, here it is.
My fingers traced the outline of a secret door in the wall. Then I found a small round stud, which was set flush to the surrounding wooden paneling. Just as I'd hoped. A secret room.
And all of this stuff in these rooms or in the middle here is completely throwing me curveballs. I mean, I was pretty sure I had to do something with the statue and move it over here, maybe slam down this door, but no. All I had to do was press a switch, and here we go. Hidden room.
Nico!
Well, that was easy. Oh, I have unlocked bonus comic artwork. Nice. I thought she was in South America by now.
There. How you feeling?
Oh, thanks, Georges. How on earth did you find me?
I knew Ubier had been in Marseille. But never mind about me. How about you tell me exactly what's going on, starting with that Mayan Stone?
Maybe we could leave
I
first?
picked it up from one of Karzak's men in Paris. I was expecting a consignment of narcotics.
Drugs?
Yes. The proof I needed to expose Karzak's smuggling operation. I'd set it up to act as his courier, and once I had the proof, I planned to go straight to Inspector Mou. But instead of the dope I'd expected, they sent me that stone instead. And to find out more, I called Professor Ubier, who invited me to his mansion. At least, I thought it was Ubier.
I don't get it. If Karzak's business is drugs, why is he so desperate to get his hands on that stone?
Maybe it has some significance to the local people in Central America. It could be Karzak's means of getting them to work.
Maybe the drugs are inside
Anyway,
the stone or something?
we've got to get out of here.
Nico, wait!
Oh, got some tape.
I decided to keep the masking tape. It was bound to be of some use to me.
And a small fetish.
We can't use the elevator. If that thug Pablo's recovered, he'll be waiting for us.
We've got to do something. Where does that door lead to?
I'm not sure.
How do I know his name is Pablo?
Okay, tell me what you know about Condor.
Condor Transglobal exports Aztec and Mayan relics from Central America to Europe. But that's just a cover for the real business. Drug smuggling.
What proof do you have?
Nothing yet.
Do you know where Condor is based?
In Central America. A place called Quaramonte.
I saw that name on a docket downstairs. Tell me about this Karzak guy.
Well, I saw him for only a few minutes, but he frightens me. I got the impression that Pablo was nervous when he was around too. His eyes. They're like a wild animal's. Like a tiger. That's what scared me most about him. He looked so unpredictable and dangerous.
How do we suddenly all know that guy's name is Pablo? When was it mentioned? I don't remember. But it's suddenly everyone's calling him Pablo, so I'll just roll with it.
Did you know Ubier's wife was a film star?
No, I didn't know he was married. What happened to her?
She died. In mysterious circumstances, apparently.
How mysterious.
I heard she was murdered. Possibly by Oubier himself.
A murderer, huh? Andre said he was something of a celebrity.
Well, to be fair, if she was murdered by her husband, how could those be mysterious circumstances? It's not mysterious at all. She was shot. There you have it.
Did I hear you refer to Inspector Moo?
Yes, you remember him?
Yes, the guy from the first game that was... well, he was not Inspector yet, I don't think.
Well, of course I do. But I thought he was dead.
Oh no, he reappeared after the broken sword case had blown over. When he found out who was in with the Neo-Templars, he went into hiding. Moo knew more than was good for him.
Does he know about our involvement with the case?
If he does, he's not telling. Still, he got a sudden promotion.
Did that Indian guy mistreat you?
If you forget about the abduction, verbal threats, and bondage, no.
Well, what about the little guy?
I don't think he knows where he is or what he's doing here. The big guy, Pablo, he brought Titipoco from the jungle.
Titty what?
Titipoco. That's what I heard Pablo call the dwarf.
Do you recognize this?
Is that the dart which knocked me out?
That's right. I kept it as a souvenir.
And it unlocked stuff.
Have you any idea who this little statue is supposed to be?
I'm not very well acquainted with Mayan deities, Georges. But whatever his name, he sure is ugly.
I found these in your bag.
Oh, they were a gift.
I know. I read the note.
God knows what was going through Andre's mind.
I think that's quite plain enough.
And finally, some manacles.
Look, the little guy downstairs was chained up with these.
That must have been Pablo's doing. I don't blame him, though. That little guy is dangerous.
You're still sore about that poisoned dart?
Of course I'm sore.
Okay, so we need to open this door. Wait, what is this?
It was the rope the
Oh, the
Indian
rope.
had used to tie Nico to a chair.
Well, we have some
Boy,
rope now.
What a souvenir.
And we have the tape. Can I use the tape to block this? And maybe open this box or move it somewhere? Well, this works.
Hopefully, the tape would prevent those doors from closing and stop the Indian from being able to call the elevator.
Okay, so these aren't curveballs. Can actually do stuff. What's the point of... Oh, maybe the point of this is to move this crate on top of this one. Ah! And now we can do something with this one. All right. Now let's get the rope on the pulley.
It would be much easier to attach the rope to the statue first.
Fine. If you know what I'm going to do, then why don't you just do it no matter where I click?
The rope wasn't long enough to reach the pulley.
Really? Maybe I could use the manacles. No? Manacles on the
The
pulley?
short chain stopped the cuffs reaching from the statue to the winch.
Well, why don't you tie a knot to the manacles then? Or just do this.
The pallet rose about 6 inches off the floor, and I said a silent prayer to whoever had discovered the power of hydraulics,
What on earth are you doing?
trying to raise the statue so I can hook it to that pulley.
Is that really going to help us?
I like to keep myself occupied in times of stress.
Come on, Nico, who the hell just saved you, huh? I know what I'm doing. Let's bring this down. Now just ram it onto the door.
It was too heavy for me to move on my own.
Hey Nico, get over here. And then try and be useful for a change.
Could you give me a hand to push this statue?
What for?
This, my dear, is our passport to freedom.
If you say so, dear.
Okay, push! Great teamwork.
Nice to be working with you again, Mr. Stobart.
Freedom! See, where are we exactly? I see. We could probably use this cable with something.
I thought about hanging from the cable with my bare
Nah.
hands, but it was too far to the other end of the cable to escape that way.
Guess we'll use the manacles.
Nico, I have a great idea.
The dog was still there.
George, where have you been?
Never mind that. Do you have the Mayan Stone?
Maybe I have, but,
Don't argue, André. Give the stone to George.
well, of course. If you say so, Nicole.
Thank you so much, Andre.
George, he told me you'd been kidnapped, my dear. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
Oh, but it was true. If it hadn't been for George, I wouldn't be here now.
It's not finished yet. Karzak's thugs will be back for that stone, you can bet. The best lead that we have is Quaramonte City.
Quaramonte is in Central America. That's where Ubier gets his artifacts.
That's all we needed to know. Come on, George.
Damn, Nico looks a bit weird in this game.
Quaramonte, the traveler's rear entrance to Central America. Well, that's how it was translated in the brochure. We didn't know what we were looking for, but the offices of Condor Transglobal seemed a good place to start.
Okay, now what?
Hey, it's market day. I don't see any cabs. Let's ask someone how to get to Quaramonte City.
Okay. Keep your eyes peeled for any sign of Condor Transglobal.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they're already on to us. Okay, I can't go this... Well, I can go this way. I don't think we should. But I can.
You can't leave without an exit visa.
Oh.
Welcome to Quaramonte.
Thanks. Can we get a cab to the capital?
This is the capital, Quaramonte City.
Really?
When's the next ship out of here?
But senor, don't you like our beautiful country?
Oh yeah. It's like a little piece of paradise right here on Earth.
Then why you wanna leave?
I'm just plain homesick. Like it says in the song.
A word of warning, senor. If you feel like bursting into song, bite your tongue.
Huh?
There are official restrictions on music in Quaramonte.
Restrictions on music? That seems silly.
We've had enough. We're going back to the ship.
Okay. You show me your brown card?
Huh? What brown card is that?
The official exit visa.
How come music is restricted in Quaramonte?
It is part of the great cultural enrichment campaign. Traditional Quaramonte music is considered unsuitable for these fast-moving times. Nuestra Senora has decreed that only one category of music is suitable.
What's that?
Easy listening.
Who is this Nuestra Senora? Well, I guess we'll find out eventually.
Inside the hut was a chair and a small table. It was an uninteresting little wooden hut with an armed goon outside it.
Okay, let's check this place out. I suppose we'll have to go in here. The mining company.
You wanna buy something?
No, not really.
I got cabbages. Buy a cabbage, senor.
I don't think so. I didn't come all this way to buy
Why
vegetables.
are you looking backwards?
Listen, have you heard of Condor Transglobal?
No. Buy a cabbage. I'll give you a discount on bulk purchases.
I'm not into cabbages. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Aye, Tezcatlipoca. Put it away, senor. Tezcatlipoca brings nothing but evil.
The poor guy was so freaked, he didn't even mention his cabbages. See ya.
Okay, so it tells something poke, huh? Still have all the items and the stone. Seems stupid to bring the stone with us.
Hi there. What have you got for sale?
¿Qué?
I said, what have you got? Oh, never mind.
I mean, the bad guys want the stone. We come to the place where the bad guys are with the stone that they want. Seems counterproductive.
Hi. Lovely bread.
¿Qué?
Bread. Pain?
Si, pan.
Maybe I'll come back later when I'm hungry.
Nothing of interest so far in the market.
Those things are gourds, aren't they?
Si.
Hey! Mind the footwear, lady.
Okay, some fish. Oh, there are actually some musicians.
Do you have crabs?
No, only fish.
Nice fish.
Thanks.
If, by some remote chance, I ever need a fish, I'll be back. Do you recognize this statue?
Si, senor. It is very, very bad luck. That is Tezcatlipoca, the Night Hunter.
I know, but I don't believe in luck, good or bad.
You may not now, but you will.
The guy looked scared out of his wits.
Telcatzlipoca. Wait a minute. You were in Marib in the first game.
George Stobart, well of all the...
Mrs. Henderson. Boy, this is some coincidence, huh?
When you've been married to a fruitcake like Duane as long as I have, you stop believing in coincidence.
I'd met Pearl and Duane on the other side of the globe in Syria. He was an army veteran who suspected he was working for the CIA, but wasn't sure. She was less obviously deranged. Is Duane here with you, Mrs. Henderson?
Why, sure, I couldn't leave him home alone. Since Duane came back from the war, we couldn't bear to be apart.
So, where is he now?
We ain't speaking.
Okay.
Why aren't you speaking to Duane?
Because he's an old spoil sport sourpuss. I want to visit one of those old pyramid places, but Duane says he has to stay in town.
Right. And you don't want to go on your own.
Well, there's no point in going to the pyramid if there's no one around to take my picture.
Is Duane still working for the CIA?
If he is, he doesn't know it. He's what they call a snoozer.
Don't you mean a sleeper?
No, this is different. He used to think he worked for them, but the psychotherapy cured him of that. What he doesn't realize is that now he really does work for them. At least that's the way I understood it.
That's a bit weird, but okay.
What brings you to Quaramonte, Pearl?
What takes me just about anywheres? The market.
You drove 2,000 miles to go shopping?
Shopping is my role in the economy of the Great Design, George.
What do you make of this stone, Pearl?
Oh, that's pretty. What's that thing supposed to be, a rabbit?
I believe it's a coyote.
Well, it sure is cute.
I was surprised she didn't ask me where she could buy one. What does this mean to you, Pearl?
What cute little feathers. Why, if you had 2 of those, they'd sure make nice earrings.
This isn't intended for frivolous personal adornment, Pearl. It's a dart, tipped with a fast-acting, muscle-numbing poison.
Pardon me, I stand corrected, honey.
Sometimes I got the feeling that communication with Pearl was like sending signals out into space. Maybe, if you waited long enough, you'd get an intelligent answer back. But it was a long shot.
Okay, next.
What do you make of this statue, Pearl?
Hoo-wee, that's a spitting image of Duane's brother Sheridan. A little less body hair, maybe, but it's him all right.
Look at this, Pearl. A tequila worm.
Don't you bring that thing anywhere as near me, honey. I swear I'll scream like a hog on a hot plate.
Take a look at this news cutting, Pearl.
You'll have to read it to me, George. I left my specs in a gay bar in Santa Barbara.
Well, it's about an eclipse of the sun, which is due to occur in a few weeks' time.
You'd think the government would warn us about these kind of things.
It's not dangerous or anything. Apparently, the best place to view the eclipse is right here in Quaramonte.
Oh, what a coincidence.
Oh, my.
She didn't appear to be the slightest bit interested. Catch you later, Pearl.
Okay. Let's speak with the bands. Oh, and there's a goat.
Hey, cheer up, guys. What's with the long faces?
Our pipe player has been arrested and thrown in jail.
Poor Miguel. He never broke the law in his life.
Why was Miguel put in jail?
For playing folk music.
What?
It's true, senor. He insisted on playing traditional Quaramonte music, even though it's illegal.
Why don't you try playing a tune to cheer yourselves up?
No, we should be looking for real jobs.
We could earn 10 times as much down the mines. My cousin Ramirez was earning 8 pesos an hour.
Before he lost his legs in the accident.
Tell me about the accident at the mine.
There was an explosion at Teoculcan. 30 miners were buried alive.
They got some of them out, though.
2 of them, including your cousin, and they left half of him behind.
Would either of you guys care for a biscuit?
A dog biscuit, senor?
Are you trying to insult us?
No, really. They're good.
We'll take your word for it.
Have you any idea what this is?
No, senor.
Me neither.
Have you seen anything like...
I, the hungry chief.
Why are you carrying that thing around with you, senor? Don't you know who it is?
Sure, it's Tezcatlipoca. But it's only a little carving.
It brings death, senor. Death and destruction.
What do you make of this little worm?
No good. It's dead.
Sure it's dead. You think I'd carry it around in my pocket if it wasn't? Take a look at the design on this label.
I have seen that before.
Where?
There was a ship flying a flag just like that.
When did you see this ship?
3 months ago. It was here, at the docks.
What was the ship with the condor flag carrying?
I don't know, senor. We weren't allowed near the docks.
That's right. Usually we meet the ships when they tie up.
We play to the tourists.
Well, when the condor ship came in, we were told to go away.
Do you guys know anything about a total eclipse?
What is it?
It's like when the sun is hidden by the moon.
It's crazy.
My cousin Alfredo swears he saw it happen once. But that was after he stupidly consumed a cocktail of peyote and antibiotics.
Okay. Good to know. I guess we could go to the mine company or the police, or there's something else over here. And more stuff down here maybe? Cell windows.
The cell was vacant.
Oh, is it? It's Duane.
There was a forlorn-looking guy asleep on the floor of the jail. It was Miguel, the pipe player. Hey, Miguel! He didn't hear me. It was one of the cell windows. There was a forlorn-looking guy. It was Miguel, the pipe player.
Hey, what's up, Duane?
It was Pearl's husband, Duane.
Hey, Mr. Anderson. Good to see you again. Do I know you, son?
George Stobart, remember? In Syria? I sold you a statue.
I remember that. Pearl was mighty vexed when the paint came off.
Look, I'm sorry. I'll give you back the $50.
No, you suckered me fair and square.
Are you still working for... you know who?
Voldemort.
No, I can't talk about my work, George. That's between me and Uncle Sam.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Sounds like a comic book villain to me, son.
He's the man behind Condor, and the rat who kidnapped Nico.
You know, the first time I met you, I was deeply impressed with your naive simplicity. I said to Pearl, if we ever had kids, I would have wanted a boy like George. But I underestimated you, son.
Did you know that traditional music is illegal in Quaramonte?
Is that so? Seems reasonable to me.
No, really. The leader of the band in the square has been in prison just because of the music he played.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but that fella, Miguel, he's an agitator.
What's the real reason the musician was imprisoned?
Handed out subversive literature at the mines. That so-called general was waiting for Miguel when he got back into town. Marched him off to jail at gunpoint on a charge of inciting a riot.
Interesting.
I spoke to Pearl earlier.
Yeah? Did she mention that we had a kind of falling out?
Yes, she did.
She'll get over it.
Did you drive all the way down here?
Hell no. Pearl did the driving while I followed the maps. The way she handled the wheel, you'd think she'd been trucking half her life.
Why did you bring a huge truck like that?
George, I'm on a top-secret classified mission for Uncle Sam. This truck is a rolling bomb. 400 pounds of nitrate fertilizer with a plastique initiator. They'll hear the bang in China. Gee, I'm really looking forward to this.
Is it really a bomb?
Would you like a biscuit, Duane?
Oh no, those gourmet dog snacks bring me out in a rash.
You've tried them?
They were on special offer. Pearl bought a whole crate. When I asked her if she was thinking of keeping a dog too, she just laughed.
Would you like to borrow my lucky piece of coal, Duane?
What's so lucky about it?
Well, we made it to Quaramonte in one piece.
When you've been here a few days, you won't look on that as luck.
Do you know anything about a shipping company called Condor Transglobal?
Sure I do. You have to get up pretty early to catch Duane with his pants down.
What? You beat me to it?
Condor Transglobal is all wound up. Seems like my investigations scared them off.
What do you think of these panties, Duane?
Lord, hot stuff, George. You buy those for your girl?
No. A guy we knew in Paris bought them for her.
Oh, you're a threesome then. Why are you looking at me like that, George?
Forget it.
Okay. There's still plenty more to do in here. We got some information, so this Miguel guy was arrested for being an agitator. I assume we'll have to free him or get some information out of him or something. But that will have to wait until next time. There's still this guy over here we need to talk to. Gotta go to the police, gotta go to the mining office, gotta go to the other part of town. This is a pretty big area. So yeah, for now, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed another episode of Broken Sword 2, and I'll see you all next time.